Today we're going to work on replacing a cam position sensor. It's what's plugged into this little guy right there. So we got to take the valve cover off and that. Find out why this keeps going out. I'll have to find out what the code is, but there's a code for this, that P0033 or 23 or something like that. But this is an 02 Civic cam position sensor. So first of all, when you forget your screwdriver, a nickel works. My nickel screwdriver. Then take that off. Start with that. Then those 10mm bolts, we have to take all those off. Unplug the coils. Alright, so this is the part. It's held on with a 10mm bolt down in that way somewhere like that, or over there like that, or something like that. And it goes in there, plugs in with this plug. So you got a couple of 10mm bolts, everything. You can probably pull this whole engine with 10mm bolts. And that's actually where it comes through out there. This, see that? 1, 2, 3 is the timing belt cover. And then you got a bunch of, make sure you know that these two longer bolts here are the two in the back there. But you have to pull the plug wires out, and then you have to put a dab of silicone in the corners of the valve cover gasket right there. And you got to clean it good still. There's some stuff on there from last time. So okay, we're gonna get it clean. Should be able to reuse the gasket if it ain't that old. It's not something that has to be replaced. So we're gonna go ahead and get it back together, and I'll show you how it goes. Show you the horse. Hi. See the horse?
He likes that. Does he like boys better?
See?
He likes that.
See the horsey?
Oh, he likes that. Oh, hi, Casey Bear. He likes you, right?
Just don't bite me. Okay, so that's the part back in there. Let me see if I can get this in here and show you. Let's see here. Maybe not. Let's see here. Right there. It's in right there. There's a little notch, and you put the bolt in, and there you go. So it looks like that. But yeah, then we'll start putting it back together. I'll try to show you a little bit better in reverse. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to record it this time. Okay, so you got that 10mm bolt down there. You got to remember to put back in right there. And then this one was the longer of the two, and that's a pain to get to. And then you got one there and one over there. And then put the coils back on. Put that back in. Put the dipstick back in. Put these bolts back in. Everything's a 10mm. You could probably pull the whole engine. Oh, that came unplugged, so better plug that back in right there. Then just go over and look over everything. Look for extra bolts. If you have extra bolts, this is very important, okay? If you have very important bolts, distract somebody by like throwing a rock over them and say, hey, what was that? And then just throw the bolts somewhere else, okay? And then you can go ahead and squeeze this back over here. Make sure that gets back on. Also, when you're doing this, make sure the O-rings are back on the spark coils. You'll see them down in there as you're pushing them back in. My daughter knew it was done wrong the first time somebody redid it, because you could see the valve cover sticking out, the valve cover gasket. So that's it. Let me see.
I was just pushing on a little more. It went on just a little bit more.
Thank you. And then that was the little silicone. You know, we put on the corners. You always put silicone on the corners. Okay, so we're going to go for a test drive. One assistant. My daughter, Caitlin. That's the other assistant.
She fixed this part.
She fixed that part. Got it on there. I couldn't get it on there. My wife couldn't get it on there. So she used her little girly princess hand. So, okay, that's it. That's how to replace the cam position sensor on a 02 Honda Civic. Really super easy job to do. So, all right, do the right thing.